Okay. So I've got the whole presentation that we've done before in the past. I hope everyone has seen the presentation, which is just, an overview of what the toolkit is about. And just to reiterate that even if you have made it through to provincial round, you still need to make sure that your portfolio is in the best condition that it can be. So don't think that once you win district round, then you can just relax and then you'll be fine at provincial. Because remember, every time you go to the next level, the standard increases. So it's very important to do your best and to get advice and guidance. Go through the toolkit again and check if there's anything you left out. If there's anything you don't understand, ask us so we can give you an answer to make it clearer for you. That's what we're there for. We want you to do your best. It is a developmental program. We want you to understand how the whole thing works. It's not just about a competition. You need to actually learn the skills that are in the toolkit. That's the whole point. So that's something that I just want to reiterate, that it should be something that is a learning experience. And even if you don't make it through this time, if you're on this call and you're not one of those going through, then don't see it as a negative, see it as a learning experience, and you can come through next year. And entry is open in October for next year. So you can start preparing and doing a new topic and a new project, as soon as you can, rather than trying to rush it in the last few weeks. So that's my advice over there. Now we're just going to fast forward the toolkits, because as you know, the 10 steps are the 10 steps. If you go through the toolkit and you follow everything, you'll get as many points as you can. And then obviously impact is the most important thing, because if you don't have impact, what was the point of doing the project? If you can't prove you made a positive change and it's something sustainable, then obviously it wasn't a very successful project, is my point. So make sure that that is very clear. So those are all the steps. I'm not going to go through them now again, but what I do want to go through is what to expect at the provincial round. So I'm just going to go and highlight that. So as I mentioned before, completing the portfolio, please make sure your cover page is there. Some people don't include a cover page, and then we don't know which district, which province, which topic, which anything. And then it's very difficult for the judges to complete the adjudication form without that information up front. So just make sure with your portfolio that you have put that page that explains everything as the cover page up front. Don't put it somewhere halfway through the file. Put it in the beginning. And also make sure the table of contents matches the table of contents of the toolkit. So don't try and be too creative and mix everything together, because it's just going to confuse the judges, and you don't want that. So that's the other thing about the portfolio. Also detail. So some of you have sent in portfolios that are PowerPoints. A PowerPoint is something that's meant to be a summary. That's the whole point of a PowerPoint. It's a summary. So we want detail in the portfolio. So do it in a Word document so you can write a lot. You can put graphs, you can put pictures, you can put tables, like all of that you can do in a Word document. That is going to be much better for you than just doing everything in a PowerPoint. The PowerPoint is just the summary of it, which is used for the public speaking part of it. So make sure that you have both of those items, not just one. Okay. And then regarding the toolkits, in the toolkit, we mention that there's public speaking and presentation skills, as you see here. So this part of it, yes, I know that the oral presentation is not, it's not a public speaking competition. It's not going to count for the most marks. But the public speaking is the trailer to the movie. So if you want to see what movies are on and you're deciding which one you want to watch, you're not going to go with the one that has a very boring trailer where there's people standing there reading from a PowerPoint or reading from a cue card, not making any kind of eye contact with anyone, looking very nervous, looking like they don't even know what this project is about. They were just handed this piece of paper and told to read it 5 minutes before. Like, that is not going to inspire confidence in the team. So that is why we just want to reiterate that although it is not counting the most marks, make sure that it is at a decent level where the learners feel confident, they've had some practice with it, they know that it's their time to shine and showcase what they've done. They should be excited about it. We want to see that excitement to say, this is the project that we did, and we really believe that we made a huge change in this problem. Like, we really made a difference. And that's what we want to see in the oral presentation. So that should come through when they're talking. Also, it comes to the question and answer session. That's where we see a lot about whether the learners were actually doing the project or whether they were, just given what to do by the teacher and they don't know what's going on. Or if they were just learners that were put in last minute, but they weren't actually part of the project. That's going to come very clear during the Q&A session. So that part is important, to practice the question and answer so that they can feel more confident. Get someone else that's not part of your team to ask them questions and see how they respond and give them some advice. So that is the one part of the oral presentation. The 6 questions that are used for the PowerPoint are, number 1, it's basically the front cover of the portfolio, which is the name of the school, the province, the team members, which is step 1 and 2 basically, but very basic. As I said, it's a summary. Then number 2 is the topic. So what is the topic? Why did you choose it? How serious is the problem? So that's basically like your baseline study. Like, what is the problem right now? What's happening? Why is it happening? Who's doing it? Where they're doing it? All of that. So setting the scene of what the problem is. Number 3 is, what actions did you take to solve or lessen it as part of the project? That's basically step 5 and 6. So the brainstorming, the budgeting, the fundraising, what actions were actually done, the team management, all of that comes into question 3, which is step 5 to 7. Then, and have pictures and make it entertaining, okay? Then number 4, what impact or changes did you make? Show some evidence and discuss how the problem was solved or lessened through your actions. So that's basically step 8 and 9. So step 8 is the evidence, impact, and sustainability, and step 9 is the communication, the talking about it. So that should come into that question 4. And then question 5 is, what did you learn the most from by using the YCAP toolkits to do the project? And what steps did you learn the most from? So maybe one of the learners discovered one of the talents that they have during one of the steps, or another learner found that they're having a big challenge with something and they had to ask for help and now they feel better about it. Or maybe it was something that they used in something else that they were doing at school, or it improved the academics, or whatever it is. That is quite an important one, is number 5, because that is about, what was the reflection of this whole process? What was learned? What was gained? What were the benefits? And then number 6 is, what were the highlights or challenges that were overcome during the project? And that's just a nice way to bring it home and show that, it's more than just a competition. It actually did some positive personal development to the team members. Okay, so it's not only about the actual project, it's about the team members themselves as well. So both parts will come into that. And then 10 to 15 minutes is for the presentation. And then there'll be a 3 to 5 minute Q&A. And also the cultural diversity item is 3 to 5 minutes. So that can be something, a song, a dance, a poem, a drama, whatever the learners want to do. It's something fun, it's something creative, and it's also educational. So it should be teaching those who are not part of that culture about that culture. So for example, if there's a poem and it's done in Sotho, then please have someone translate what it's about, like what is the meaning of it, so that the people who don't speak Sotho can understand what it was about. Or even it was a specific kind of dance, like what was the dance about? Is it a rain dance? Is it a dance for a marriage dance? Like what kind of dance was it? Why would it be done? Where would it happen? What's the context of that kind of dance in the culture that you're presenting? So that is what's going to happen at the provincial round. So the first part is the oral presentation and the portfolios, and please bring at least 2 copies, one main one and one copy, because if there's 2 or 3 judges and there's only one portfolio, then they're going to have to rush through it. They won't have time to go through it in detail because of time. So if you have more than one, it's going to be better. And then regarding the PowerPoint, make sure that you have a backup. If you've got it on your computer, have it on a flash drive as well, in case one doesn't work, and check that it's saved if it's on a flash drive, because sometimes you arrive and suddenly it's not there, then you've got a problem. So have a backup. And then also for the cultural item, we will give you time to go and change if you want to wear something different or have some props that you want to set up. So it won't be done straight after your normal presentation. It will be done at the end. So make sure that you've got everything you need for that and you're prepared. And if there's some kind of music you need, have it ready as well, because we don't want to waste time trying to get tech to work out properly. Okay, so I see already how I was going to say, are there any questions? And I see already there's Paul with the question. Yes, Paul?
Yes, ma'am. My question is, are we going to attend physically? Are we going to have a physical competition for the provincial rounds in Gauteng?
Okay, so we're coming to that. At the next part of this presentation is going to be, firstly, who's going to the provincial rounds. I think that's the first important thing you need to know. And then the second thing is where they are and what's happening. So keep with us. Don't leave, because that's what we're going to talk about very soon. I don't want to jump ahead yet. Okay.
Sharp.
Yeah, sharp. Okay, so Are there any questions about the provincial rounds before we move on? Obviously, there's a question from Paul about, is it in person? That will come just now. We're going to talk about that. But I want to know, is there any question about this that's not making sense? Is there anything that you want to find out about regarding the portfolio? Let's just open it up and see if anyone has any questions before we move on to the next phase. And don't be shy.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
I have a question. So, me and my team, we have a document, but then we didn't submit it on time. So, will that have an effect on us? Because I wanted to submit it today because we had difficulties in fixing it.
Oh, we've already got the results here, so it's a bit late to submit anything now. You can give it to us if you want just feedback on it generally, you know, to help you, because as I said, this is a developmental program. So if you want to learn from the process, you can. But regarding results, you'll see it's already in the presentation. So there's no time to do anything about that now. So whatever we've got is what we have. Yeah, it's a bit late now. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And then also regarding that, if anyone had any challenges submitting or they didn't receive an email saying that we received their portfolio, please do follow up. There was a situation where one of the schools sent in something and it went to the junk mail. So we didn't know it was there. And then the official actually said, no, the school should be here. And then we searched and we found it. But if it weren't for the official figuring that out, then we wouldn't have found it because they didn't ever follow up and say, we didn't hear anything. Did you get our portfolio? You know, is there any feedback? So if you don't follow up, then it's a bit difficult for us to know if there's anything we need to do. So please do keep in touch with us. Don't be a stranger. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes.
Any other questions?
Amanda?
Yes.
So you said the presentation is 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, maximum 15 minutes. And then there's 3 to 5 minutes question and answer. And then the cultural item is 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
The usual, it hasn't really changed. It's been 15 minutes for a while now. 10 to 15. I say 10 because if you can get it done in 10, that's fine. You know, you don't have to use all 15 minutes. But if you want to, you can do up to 15 minutes maximum.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else? FJL Wells?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to ask a question. Are we going to be presenting or doing the cultural item right now?
No, it's going to be done at the provincial round if you make it through to provincials. So no, nothing's happening today online. Today is just an announcement of who's going to provincials and a briefing about provincials. So don't worry, you don't have to do anything today. Unless you really want to at the end, you're welcome to practice it on us. We don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, do you have any other questions here? Smith, LPS?
Hello, this is Littleton Primary School, and we couldn't submit our portfolio because we went through on district, on in-person round. So what is the next step?
Okay, so if you've already done your provincial round, then you are through to provincials. I mean, through to nationals, if you finish your provincial round. But that also means that you need to send us that portfolio that you've made edits to, so we can check if there's anything else you need to add or change just to make it even better. As I said, every time you go from one round to the next, there should be improvements. So, you know, you can always do even more activations, more actions in between time. Like let's say between district and provincial round, you decide that you want to do another action, you can add that. It's not like you only have to stop at district and leave it like that. Even between provincial and national, you can add. So yeah, work on it some more and then send it to us for feedback.
Okay, thank you. We also just wanted to know regarding some clarity. So we thought that this is district rounds, and then after district, it's provincial, and then after that, it's national. Is district and provincial the same?
No, I just said district, then provincial, then national. You're correct.
Okay, so we won the district rounds for Swane South. So now, by when can we then submit the new portfolio? Because we're still working on the stuff that we needed to fix. When's the cutoff date for that?
Okay, so the rule is a week before your provincial round. So when you see the dates just now, then you'll see a week before that is the final time that you can submit your portfolio, and ask us any questions when you submit it. Say, we want to know if this is fine, or we're having trouble with whatever step, please help us. Like, be detailed. Don't just send it, but tell us what you want help with.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Okay. And Toby Zintil, yeah,
Yeah,
is
thank
that
you so
right?
much, ma'am. I just want to know, yeah, I've just joined, so I want to know that have you announced already the provincial rounds? I'm from
No,
Nelson
not yet.
Mandela.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
You came just in
Okay.
time. You came just in time. Okay. Anyone else with a question before we move to the next slide? And anyone else from the support team, if you want to add anything, or from the Department of Education, if you want to add anything before we move to the next section? Yes, there, Ms. Swai.
No, we sorted, Amanda. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Madi Metja.
Hello, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Good, and you?
I'm very good. So I'm asking, I'm from Medicine Primary School in Tshwane West. So I'm asking, based on the fact that in Tshwane West we do not have the district competition, also I'm asking on the basis of that, how are we going to go about it? Can you please elaborate on me about how are we going to go about the competition?
Yeah, so that's why we asked you all to send your portfolios, and we did a virtual round, which means that we adjudicated portfolios. And that's how you did your district round, because we didn't have events in some districts.
Okay, so then how are you going to adjudicate us in the district level?
We have your portfolio and we've adjudicated it already.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. There's someone asking me for how to get into this room. Let me just send them the link. Give me 1 second before I announce anything. Any other questions while I'm busy here?
Yes, ma'am, indeed, I do have a question. I would
Yes.
like to ask if, like, will the provincial rounds be held online, or are we going to have a location we're going to have to go to?
So that's what I said you have to wait for, because that's coming up in the next few slides. Okay. So it's coming up now. Keep tuned to this station. You're at the right place. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, is there another one from Free State? You have another question? Hello? I don't hear anything from Free State. You've got your hand up. Okay, I'm going to move forward onto the next slide. Okay, so here we are. So firstly, well done to all participants. We hope that you received your district round participation or finalist certificates. If you haven't, we're going to email them. So the ones that haven't had are the ones who had virtual rounds. So we're going to send those to your officials, and then you will get them from there. And you can request them if you haven't received them. Okay, so those are the district round participation or finalist certificates. And then the first round certificates are for your other teams that didn't make it through to district rounds. So for example, a school that has more than one team, 1 to 20, however many teams, the other teams get first round certificates. So if there are teams like that in your school and you haven't received those, let us know and we will send them. Okay, so that's the first one. Then the next part is some provinces only invite position 1 per age category to provincials. Others invite position 1 and 2 per age category. And others are not really based on districts. They're just general. So you'll see in the results that it is a bit of different for each province. So don't assume that it's the same for each. They're different. Okay. Let's see if someone just joined us. Okay. Then, so the winners, as I said in YCAP, and I always say there's no such thing as a loser in YCAP. It just means that you're not ready yet to go to the next round. So take it as a learning experience. Don't be too depressed about it. You know, it's a learning process and you're making positive change. So there's no such thing as losing, just to be aware of that before we move forward. And let's work on the final printed portfolios, PowerPoints, oral presentations, and cultural items, and do your best. Have fun. Enjoy. Okay. So district winners for Eastern Cape from Alfred and Zor East is Mbombeni, Eziatsinyeni, Butville, and Adi Shanga. And then from Buffalo City, Mbolelo Public Primary and Masake Primary. From Joe Kwabi, Titsana Comprehensive. From Amatole East, Nkwabisile High, Nkliana Junior, Mida Secondary, and Nkliana Senior. From Nelson Mandela Bay, KK Nkwana, and Inkululewani. Okay, it's yeah. ORT Coastal, Oliver Tambo Coastal is Zinkumbini, SPS, and Zweli Lolile Junior, and Toli Senior Secondary. Chris Harney West is Chief Malefani Junior, Rainbow Prep, and Kopano Senior Secondary, and Sarah Bartman is Ntaba Maria. Let's give them all a round of applause for making it through to provincials. Yay. You can do little emojis if you want. Did everyone hear that? You're all good? Just your shop, so then I know that you're listening. Okay, sharp. Okay, good. It was so quiet. I was wondering if you were still there. Western Cape. Okay, moving to Western Cape. Well done to Mondlale High, Cape Academy, Diazville Primary, Soneka High, Westbank Secondary, and Rouville Primary. Round of applause for them. You're going through to your provincials. Yay. Okay, next one. Northern Cape. Well done to Louisville Primary, Oranje Uva Intermediary, Postmasburg High, Simolo Lang Primary, and Olympic Primary. Yay. Okay. Gauteng, Botsebo from, okay, I'm not going to say all the districts, you'll see them there. And Duduza Primary, Hoërskool Rudderpoort, Hoërskool Acacia, Siacheng Junior Team, Siacheng Senior Team, Sofunda High, New Hope Senior Secondary, Willow Ridge Secondary, The Glen Secondary, Littleton Primary, FJL Wells Primary, Kidmaponya Primary, Jan Viljoens Secondary, Gotlahang Secondary, and Mitseng Primary. Well done. Round of applause. KZN, St. Patrick's Primary, Njabulo Primary, Watershed Primary, Ekupumeleni Senior Primary, Udumo High, Kutala Primary, Sinenklankla Primary, Emafakatini Primary, Nondenisa Secondary, Luvisi Primary, and Sarl Solia Secondary. Round of applause. Limpopo, Dendron High Junior, Dendron High Senior, EPP Mahinga Secondary, Ephraim Mohale Primary, Flora Park Comprehensive, and Marumani High. Round of applause. Free State. So Free State had in-person rounds except for one district that could not because of strikes in the area. So these are the results for those districts, and they are having their event on Saturday. So I'm sure they all know who they are. Well done for Masaleng Primary, Laring Secondary, Zama Primary, Tapuvuyo, Guguletu, Val Park, Nana Bolela, Dipetoho, Bolekahang, and Sechaba Samaketse. Something went weird with the bold, don't know why, but anyway. And then round of applause. Then Northwest. So they're also having their event this weekend, Friday and Saturday. So they also know who they are, but they are Lasedi Primary, Rufense Primary, Mantoshe Secondary, Molebatse Secondary, Stad Primary, Ipeleng Primary, Lichtenberg Senior, Rufense, Selangtuto, Itzirele Primary, Moyo Educators Private School, and Lerunse Secondary. Round of applause. And then Mpumalanga's already had their provincials. So the provincial winners are Ladenburg Primary and Sitlamafa Secondary. Well done. So let's give a round of applause to all our provincial finalists. Yay. Okay, now we are moving on to the next part, which is the events. So I'm happy to say that every provincial round this year is going to be in person. And we fought long and hard to get to this point, but we're very happy that everyone is going to experience an in-person round for provincials. So let's give a round of applause for that. Okay, so now we've got, and Mpumalanga's already had theirs. They had theirs long ago on the 9th of August. So that was in Nelspruit. Then Free State, as I said, is happening on the 13th in Welkom. Northwest is happening 12th and 13th in Rustenburg. Gauteng is happening the 1st of October at Pretoria Technical High. Okay, please mute yourselves. Limpopo is happening on the 29th of September in Polokwane. Eastern Cape, we don't know yet because they just told me now it's being postponed a week. It was going to be the 20th. Now they're saying about the 27th, but it's not confirmed yet, but it will be in East London. KZN, 26th of September in Durban. I'm also confirming if it's the 26th and 27th or just 26th. They're going to come back to me on that. Northern Cape is 3rd or 4th of October. We're still deciding, and it'll be in Uppington. And then Western Cape, 27th of September in Ottery Youth Centre Hall. Okay, so that is the good news. Hope everyone's excited about that. Are there any questions? Yes.
Hi, ma'am. Can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yes.
So, ma'am,
Hello,
I
ma'am.
was asking about.
I can't see properly there.
Someone's already talking. Let's just wait. It's your turn. Yes? The person who spoke first?
Ma'am, I was asking about the document. You sent it as the criteria, like what to fix and what to not fix. So I was asking when can we send it again for the rectify for what we rectified in our portfolio.
So you can send it as soon as you can, because obviously the sooner you send it, the sooner we can tell you if you're on the right track now or if you still need help. So send it as soon as you can, but then a week before the provincial round, send us your final one. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay, the next hand was up. Paul?
Yes, ma'am. Can you please clarify, confirm when are we going to have our Gauteng provincial rounds? Because
1st of October.
I'm not sure there if whether it is written 1 or 3 October.
1st of October, 8:30 till 3 p.m.
Oh, 1st of October.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just take that out.
Okay.
Okay, 1st of
Yeah.
October, and
Thank
it's
you,
at
ma'am.
Victoria's Technical High. It's not to be
Thank you,
confirmed.
ma'am.
It's confirmed now. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. And then we've got
Amanda?
Butler Ping. And
Amanda?
we've got yes, Margaret.
Thank you. Yes, I will just confirm with the adjudicators. Will it be on the 5th, on the 4th, or on the 3rd?
So we're still
Availability,
checking.
yes.
Yeah. Well, the adjudicators will be from our side. We're sending adjudicators, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So you don't have to
That's
do
nice.
anything.
Okay, thank you.
And we're bringing trophies as well, so you don't have to do that either.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay, Butler Ping.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are from the Dr. Ruth district, and I did not see our school name there.
Okay, so
yes.
there were not enough schools in that district to have a round, and yeah, so the official said there's nothing happening, there's no schools ready. So if you have a portfolio, then you need to talk to your official like today, because the event is happening this weekend.
Oh, okay. No, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then FJL Wells.
Ma'am, I would like to ask, are we supposed to bring our own food or will the food be provided there? And what are we wearing to provincials?
So that's a good question. So provincials, we do provide at least lunch, but if you get very hungry, you can bring your own breakfast in case. But we do, at all the events, there'll definitely be some food. And then we've got, the rule is the school uniform should be worn, but if you have any props that you need or any kind of outfit changes, like for the cultural rounds or for something that you like doing a drama or something as part of your portfolio and your presentation, then you are allowed to do that. But like arrival should be in your school uniform.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure. Then we've got Madi Meja.
Yes, ma'am. My question is based on how are we going to get the results, the script to show to us that where the areas of improvement. The second one is how are we how can I now for my learners, how can I prepare them for the next provincial for the next
The next round.
provincial, yes, for the next rounds. How are we going to go about it?
Okay, so I
What are
think
the things that I need to work on?
Yes. So the first thing is please do send us an email, info@empowervate.org, and just answer those questions so that we can get a mentor to come and help you, to talk to you about it and make sure you're on the right track, because I think that's the easiest way, especially if you are new at beginner level. If you've done this a few times, then it's going to be easier. But if it's your first time, then we'll rather have someone talk you through it. Because if we just send you the feedback, it might not make enough sense for a beginner.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so please do send us an email. Yes?
Okay, I will do so. I will do so, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Ivan. Ivan? Rainbow? Can't hear. Okay, Kuda. Okay, there you are. Kuda?
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. All right, I've got two questions. The first question is the time for the Western Cape Provincial. I see the others have time on.
It's probably going to be like 9 o'clock.
Okay.
But I'm sure they'll send you a letter of invitation that has the time on it.
Okay, that's fine. Then the second question will be on it's regarding, how did I miss it again? I missed the question. All right, I'll come back with it, Amanda. Thank you so much.
Okay, sure.
I'll just think about it again. Yeah, sorry.
Remember, Vuyiswa? Vuyiswa?
Hey, Amanda.
Hello.
Hi, Amanda. When you are calling out the results, my line was poor. I didn't hear you, the schools from Alfonso East. Can you repeat again, please?
Let's go back to Eastern Cape.
Eastern Cape. Yes.
Alfonso East is Mbobeni, Iziz Tayeni, Yeneni, Batville, AD Changa. Yeah. Yep. I have to work on the pronunciation of these schools.
AD Chainga.
You see, I need some coaching on this pronunciation. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. And then Smith LPS.
Afternoon. It's Littleton again. I just wanted to ask, is it compulsory to have the cultural item?
Yes. But it's fun. It's not something to be scared of. It's something really fun, and it's a separate kind of thing that you can go back to your school and say, look, we won the cultural certificates. It's not something that's going to count against you. It's a separate thing. It doesn't count according to your YCAP mark. It's a separate thing altogether. So it's not going to take away anything. It will just bring some fun. Everyone loves it. Ask the Mpumalanga people. Anyone here from Mpumalanga, you can tell everyone how everyone loved the cultural item at your provincials. Hello? Okay, Kuda, you back? And Paul?
I'm back, yeah.
Yes, Paul, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. My question here is that how can you please reiterate the mechanisms on which we are going to receive our certificates of participation for the district round? And secondly, what am I missing? I'm missing something very important.
You still don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'll come back. Yeah,
okay.
but
So we're going to email the certificates. We're going to email the certificates, and then you'll write in the names of everyone, because we don't have time to go and write all the names, and then we get the spelling wrong, and then it's a problem. So we're going to send them to you, and then you can fill them in and then give them to the learners.
For both teams?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Kuda? Okay. Is everyone sorted? Everyone happy? No more questions?
I'm here. Sorry, Amanda.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I was saying the first question will be the level. We are on the third. I think it's the third year running now, and we want to know what level do we fall under, so we can put it on our portfolio as well.
So you're still in intermediate level. If you've
Okay.
ever won nationals, then you'd be
Yes.
mastery already. Or if you've been doing it for more than 5 years, then you'd be mastery. But anything in between that is intermediate. And
Okay.
then before that is beginner.
Okay. Then just for the guys that maybe don't really know much about the cultural part, it is actually a very, very interesting part, especially when you're there to watch the kids do it. And, it's really, really amazing. I enjoyed it last year.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that when people experience it, they'll see how nice it is. It's something very fun. Yeah. Mayoli?
Hello, Amanda. I'm not sure if you can hear me very well.
I can.
Yes, we're from Eastern Cape under Jogabi district. We would love to ask if the transport is going to be provided for us to attend the provincial rounds.
You need to speak to your district official because they organize that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And then, Paul, are you back again?
Yes, I'm back again. I just remembered, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, so my question was, are you gonna send what do you call? What is it, man? What is it? It keeps running away from
What,
me,
a
man.
letter?
No, can you please send those mechanisms, those requirements for the provincial rounds, like the ones you spoke about at the beginning?
Yes, so that's all in this presentation. And so this presentation, if you completed the form, that's the registration form for this workshop, then
Yes.
you'll get the presentation emailed to you.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Sharp.
Sharp. Okay, is there anyone else who has a question before we close? Or anyone else who wants to say something? I saw some officials join just now. MJ from Western Cape, do you want to say anything, word of encouragement for our provincial finalists?
Hello, Amanda, colleagues, learners, and specifically, thank you for joining this meeting, but also thank you for signing up for the program. It's a very good program, and I wish you well in the provincial rounds. And remember, whoever wins the provincial going through, don't feel bad because your time will come. And don't see it as a competition, but see it as a participation or elimination round. So wishing you well with the provincial rounds. And may the best one represent the province at nationals. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I agree with that. Whichever school wins the district rounds and wins the provincial rounds, they are now representing everyone else. So we need to support them and make sure that they feel that they are representing everyone. Like it shouldn't be a case where you don't like them now because they went through and you didn't. It's obviously not your time this time. So don't feel bad about that. As MJ said, this is about development. It's about making a change in your school and community. It's learning skills and tools, and that is the whole point of it. Values. It's not only about a competition. Okay. So now that we are done, I think that we'll close the meeting. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Let's hear.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. I was asking if this competition will involve high schools or it is for juniors and senior primaries only.
Junior is grade 5 to 8, and senior is grade 9 to 12.
Okay, thank you.
It's primary and secondary schools, yeah. But different categories. Okay. Hey, Sitibile.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
Just one question from me. At the provincial rounds, how many schools get to move on to the national rounds in each category, or is it district dependent in terms of the number of participants?
For nationals, it's one winner per junior and one winner per senior per province. So there's going to be 18 schools at nationals, like 9 juniors, 9 seniors, one per province, junior and senior. So that's how it works. We don't have any provinces at the moment that don't have enough schools to make at least one junior and one senior. We only did that in the past when, like during COVID, when we had to, invite other schools to take the space of those who didn't have enough schools. But now we do. So it'll be like that. Okay, anyone else? Last round of questions before we close? Or anyone from our team that wants to say anything of advice or guidance? Or anyone who's participated before want to give any guidance, words of encouragement? And then we're going to do a photo, so make sure you've got yourself looking pretty, because we're going to put our cameras on for a little photo just now. Yes, Yvonne?
Good afternoon, everyone. Amanda, I just want to thank you for the support that you give to our schools. We really appreciate you. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyone else? Dawson.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, Amanda, I just wanted to add to our teams that they must take seriously the issue of the comments, because we have sometimes realized that some of the teams, they just do not take care of those comments seriously. They must work as a team, look at those comments one by one and try to improve on those comments, because we find in some instances, you find that same repetition of mistakes of the last time after the comments were issued. So I'm saying, go as a team, sit down, look at those toolkit again, go one by one, look at the comments so that you improve on whatever you have done. And please, after improvements, please make sure that you read, you proofread before you send the portfolio, because this is the final. Now we are going to province. There won't be. We don't need mistakes. During the province. At this stage, we thought everyone has learned a lesson. Everyone has improved. Everyone has been given a chance to improve. Now go do those improvements and become a better team on the day. Thank you, Aman.
I think that's very, very good advice. And I did find that a lot of the time that comments weren't taken seriously. And then we got just like the same portfolio back again. We're like, well, you're not going to get more marks if you didn't make any changes. So whatever changes you make according to comments, you're going to get more marks. So it's definitely going to help you. Even just going through the toolkit again and checking if you did everything well is going to help you get more marks. So do that. And also check your impact. Make sure you've explained it to us. Don't just put pictures and say, there's our impact, we're done. Explain it, talk about it, tell the story. It's the part of impact is a narrative story. It's not just the pictures or the graphs. It has to be the explanation of it. So don't just do one sentence on that. Do a proper explanation. Okay. Anyone else have anything to add? FJL Wells?
Yes, ma'am. I'd just like to give a piece of advice to our fellow YCAPers. Okay. So, guys, everyone. So basically, in provincials, it's not about who's winning. It's about who put in most efforts. Like, you can't tell me that you expect to present your project when you haven't even done anything. So we want you to prove. They want you to prove your impact. They want you to prove that your dedication, what you have done throughout this project, what you have learned, and everything like that. They don't really care about the marks. They really care about who. They really care about who necessarily put in most effort and more like that. And that's my piece of advice for you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, that's true. We do want to see that you put in a lot of effort because we want to see that you did your best. And that's what it's all about. So, yeah. Okay. Let's all put our cameras on and have a nice group photo. I hope that you've got yourselves in a nice location. You're not in bed. Okay, let's see everyone on page 1. If you can't see yourself, then your camera's not on. We've got 4 pages, so we have to smile. I have to smile 4 times. Okay, those who don't have their cameras on, you've not dressed for the situation. Someone's camera is not even working. Okay, there, it's back. Good. Okay, are you ready? Page 1, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, and smile. There we go. Okay, page 2. Here's page 2. Are you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, smile. And then page 3. I don't know where page 4 went. But here's page 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Cool. Okay, and that is the end of today. I hope that everyone has got what they need, and if you don't, please let us know.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Good luck. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Vai cuidar de café.